Devon, where were you born and where were you raised?
I was born in Escondido, California, and I was raised in Walla Walla, Washington. For the most part, I moved to Tri-Cities for a little bit in Waitsburg, which is close to Walla Walla, but other than that, I'm from Walla Walla, Washington. And yeah, I sort of ended up traveling here on my own when I became a mature adult.
Gotcha. Tell me about Escondido. How long were you there and what was your home life like?
I was only there until I was like 2 years old, and then we moved up to Walla Walla, sort of settled in there for like 15 years, and Mom and Dad got divorced, so then I started having trouble in school.
Attributed, you think, from that divorce or?
Yeah, sort of Mom and Dad not getting along, and drugs conflicting a little bit, you know, alcohol, major part of it, causing them to fight and stuff, and caused me to have to raise my little brother on my own because my mom was really upset. She was stressed out to take care of us three boys. Me, I have two brothers.
You're the oldest?
I'm the middle brother.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So how old is your older brother?
My older brother's 33.
So then you're...
I'm 31, and my little brother's 26.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you said that your mom, you specifically started taking care of your younger brother.
Yeah, when my dad went to the jail because he got an assault on a police officer due to the disagreements and arguments they were having while they were using alcohol and other substances, they caused my dad to get thrown in jail for an extended time, you know, a year, and my mom was so stressed out she couldn't handle it from withdrawing off the alcohol and the pain medicines and all that stuff. My mom has degenerative disc disease and a lot of trauma she's gone through in her life caused us to have a little bit of issues, but I had to maintain, try to go to school and get care of my little brother, have him go to school and shit.
So during that time, what grade were you in?
I was about in sixth grade.
So how old were you in sixth grade? I don't even
know. I was like 13 or something.
Oh yeah.
13 or so.
13, trying to go to school and take care of your brother. And did you finish school and go to high school and finish?
I didn't finish school or go to high school. I ended up getting in trouble. I ended up getting vehicular prowl because I was having to steal from neighbors and stuff to raise my little brother. Help. I tried to honestly do honest work, you know, like go ask for yard work, but it didn't seem like no one really wanted to give me a chance, or they were just too not financially set, you know, to be able to afford to pay me money to work for them. But I looked for work and there wasn't doing it, so I had to go out and get money by any means, you know. So I ended up taking from people, and it caused me to go to the institution at Nacelle.
What is that, juvenile?
Juveniles Boys Ranch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's and then I ended up going to a halfway house in Ellensburg, Washington, called Park Creek.
How old were you when you went to the first place, halfway house?
I was 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And so who took you there?
From age 14 to 16. I ended up getting extradited on by the DOT, Department of Transportation, and the Juvenile Justice Center. That was the halfway house for me to get back involved in the community and try to remain and sustain from committing crimes.
Right.
Yeah, but so I did a lot of things. I was forced to have to do a lot of things I didn't want to do, you know. I was able to make it to where my little brother was able to graduate, so that meant a lot to me, you know.
Nice.
I inspired him to graduate and tell him not to give up, you know. But I got my GED when I was at Park Creek.
Great.
So I did graduate. I just didn't get to have the big old ceremony and you know, balloons and all that shit. But other than that, and then I became a young adult. I had a son at 22 years old.
Oh really?
Yeah, his name's Randy Jacob Wayne Millard.
Nice.
He's 9 now.
Oh yeah. Are you in contact with him?
No, I'm trying to get back a hold of him and stuff. I haven't had no phone, and it's just been real hard struggling out here. Trying to start new in a new place so I can be able to hold him, you know.
Well, tell me, you went to you're in Walla Walla. When did you make it to Seattle or get into Seattle?
We just made it, me and my girlfriend Daisy. She's a little bit younger than I am, but she's got a good head on her shoulders. She's trying to do better too. She comes from a line of family trauma and stuff too, you know. She hasn't really had a mom growing up, and she has like a lot of separation anxiety and codependency. So I mean, it takes a toll on me being a partner, you know, or trying to like go out and look for a job. It's like impossible, you know, because she like wants to be around me all the time.
So you guys together came to Seattle?
Yeah, we came to this little town called Easton, and there was like nothing up there. It was like just a little house on the highway, you know. There was nothing there. So then from there we said we need to go do something. We need to go to a bigger city and look for housing because we don't want to go back to Walla Walla. We want to look for a new place of living so we can try to stay
start.
straight.
New
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, so we've been homeless on the streets of Seattle for about like six to 8 months or so around there. And we were involved in a couple of sweeps, but we didn't get picked out of all of them because a couple of incidents happened. My girlfriend got punched in the face by some guy and fucking had a gun pulled on us. And so we had to move out of the area that got swept up where they all got hotel rooms and freaking... They all got their own houses now and they're all doing good, but me and my girlfriend's still struggling on the street side over here on the side of the curb, hoping that no cars, no drunk drivers hit us, you know.
Yeah, you
it's
guys
getting
are
scary and shit.
Street.
Yeah, so we're trying to find a new place to live in or see if anyone can try to help us for getting into a hotel room, you know.
A thought came to my mind about your son. You said that you're trying to get in contact with him. Where's he at? Is he in Walla Walla?
He's in the Tri-Cities area.
Oh, he's in Tri-Cities area.
Yeah, he's in like Kennewick or Richland.
Okay, gotcha.
Area. I haven't been able to contact him because I haven't had a phone and I don't know the number, but the last time I tried to contact him, I was doing good. I was clean and sober, and my baby mama wouldn't let me see him because I didn't pay her child support, which was bullshit, you know. Even though I didn't have no money at the time because I'm struggling. I'm a disabled independent, and I suffer from mental health issues and stuff, bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. And I recently lost my ABD, and I shouldn't have ever lost it because they wanted me to fill out an SSI application. And the SSI application, I needed their help filling out because I'm not good at applications like that, you know. I needed to explain all the detail of why I deserve SSI and shit. I've had a lot of trauma from when I was a younger kid, you know, and I'm disabled in a certain way, a mental way, you know, and not a physical way. I mean, I can physically work, but mentally I can't stay straight for a long enough period to keep a job.
Tell me more about that. Like, what happens?
I just end up sleep. I have manic episodes. I get so depressed. I sleep all the time. I stay in bed for weeks. And my body hurts, dude. I was born with jaundice, and I had asthma since I was like 2 years old. They diagnosed me with asthma at 2 years old, or from when I was basically a baby. Had some kind of lung problem, and I really feel it today, you know. Even though, especially from me using substances and shit, it caused me to freaking hurt a lot more than I would have if I've not used substances, probably. But
well, I mean,
I didn't look bad at the bag.
It's like, you know, you're coping with stuff in this way. And
yeah, that's the way I was taught to cope with things, was to use and self-medicate, you know.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoy self-medicating, honestly. I wish there wasn't people out there to judge people like that, but there are, you know, people judge people for being an addict and stuff. And I went to the hospital here, and what's it called? They kicked me out within my leg was swollen. I had this infection in my leg. They kicked me out in the Virginia Mason Hospital. They kicked me out within like a half hour of being there. And I couldn't even walk. My girlfriend carried me all the way from 3rd Street down up to basically the Virginia Mason. Security guard came 2 blocks from the hospital because we couldn't find it. We had no phone and shit. This one guy was trying to help me get there, and my girlfriend's doing the best she could to carry me there. And we get there, and they kick me out within a half hour.
Because?
I'm an addict.
Wow, they're just like, you're an addict, you don't deserve.
Yeah, so you have to leave now, or we're gonna call the authority on you. Like I said, you guys were said when I got here, I signed a paper saying you're gonna help me find housing and stuff. It was for my discharge, and you would call me a ride out of here to somewhere, you know. And they just said you gotta leave the hospital now, or we're gonna call authority. And then I was so hurt and so much infected that my brain wasn't really like functioning right. I couldn't even get out of bed really, but I somehow got the willpower to get out of bed and keep on walking down the road. And I made about 3 blocks down the road, passed out by a library, and this security guard comes up and says, "Oh, we need you guys to leave. Here, take your shoes," and bring me coffee and all this stuff, and freaking trying to help me get up and move. I'm telling her like my leg's infected, and here's my paperwork. I need to get antibiotics, but we're trying to move out of here as soon as we can. And she just let us sleep there, just respectfully, you know. And we cleaned up our mess when we left there, and I haven't been back to there since, but that security guard was a really cool lady, you know.
Cool.
So
So
I
from
still
there
stay
you
there.
came to Ballard?
Yeah, from there we came to, we went to downtown and 3rd Street for a little bit longer in front of the REACH program. We stayed out there for about freaking 2-3 months, and then they wouldn't help us. They said they don't have no openings right now, yada yada. And then we moved to Aurora, and we were staying over by Lowe's, and we got in contact with the outreach people, and they helped us. They're helping us get our IDs, and so from there we should be able to take off and do something better.
Yeah.
with
Tell me
the
about
ID.
that process of IDs. We talked a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
You're saying that you're finally going to get it.
Yeah, it's been like 3 weeks. They said it takes up to 3 weeks for them to get it at their office over here on Aurora. So we just need, it's hard. I need like a peer mentor or someone to help. So I suffer with making appointments and remembering a lot. So I need, because my girlfriend has bad memory too. We lack in that area, like being responsible, being able to hold each other accountable in important appointments and shit. That are probably crucial to our life, you know, and living on an everyday basis. But
Yeah. So, Devon, is there something that you'd want the people of Seattle to know?
that I'm trying, dude, and I'm trying to get my son back, and I'm a good dad, and my codependent partner is a great mom too. She doesn't have no kids, but she'd love to see my son too, you know. And I'm trying to come here to make home, make peace, and live happy and help one another. So if there's any way that someone could like help us out and help us to remain accountable for each other and our needs are getting met, then everything could end up being great, you know. People could live happy, and then we would see less homelessness, you know. Because I want to be a part of the people that help the homeless get to a place of comfort, you know. There's a lot of homeless. When you're homeless, you're not comfortable. You're living miserable, and you gotta think every day who's gonna steal my shit. And, like, you don't have no safety. You know, we got people going in our house every day and like just taking our shit. So we're trying to get to a safe zone, and like in a hotel room or something. You know, a house would be great. Even one of those tiny homes would be awesome. But
My guess
we're on a
is,
waiting list.
my guess is you're sleeping like shit.
Yeah.
And constantly on guard and stressed. I was talking to somebody, and Daisy there was some guy that was by your place. She was yelling like, "Get out of here!" And
Oh yeah.
that's kind of a constant theme.
Yeah, right there. Especially everyone just feels like they can just walk in our home and stuff, and it's like, dude, that's our house, man. You guys are invading our dwelling and stuff.
Yeah. Well, if somebody
Like-
walked into my house, it'd be like,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, and then people have been stealing our stuff. Everything we accommodate ends up getting stolen. Like we work hard trying to like go out here and ask people for help, you know, and then we get the help from them, and then we're coming back asking them for more help, and they're like, "Well, I just helped you." And it's like, dude, someone stole our shit, dude. Like, I don't even want. You're the only person I really know, you know. Like,
Right.
I've gone out and asked other people, and usually they're like, most of the people in Seattle are willing to help, you know. There's a lot of people here that are good people, and in Walla Walla it wouldn't be like this. No one. In Walla Walla, it's more snooty, more like upper class area. A lot of people at the wineries, and
Oh, right.
yeah, I mean, there's some people, like some of the programs they have there are awesome, you know, like for people that have felonies. Because I'm a 7-time felon for possession charges of a controlled substance. But now that the Blake law and they found it to be considered unconstitutional, those are going to get expunged off my record, and I won't have no felonies to believe. But other than that, man, I'm just trying to live life every day and try to get my son back. So I need to find a safe place to keep him at, you know, and then I can have him back. Because my baby mama holding him for me not being paying her child support is wrong, because I'm on a fixed income with the ABD thing. And then I lost my ABD and freaking because I couldn't fill out the application. But I asked them if they could help me, you know. And they said, yeah, go down there and we'll help you, and then we'll reinstate your benefits if they get closed. Went down there and they're like, oh, you know, you have to do a whole new psych eval, you have to do all this. I'm like, no, dude, I've been here. I did my part, but you guys aren't doing your part that you guys said, you know. And so I've been out here living, struggling and freaking trying to make amends and trying to make fucking anything happen, you know. We're on the street side, so it's hard.
Yeah.
We're asking other people that are on the street with us to try to help us, you know. So we're trying to work together in this.
And tell me about that. You know, I talked to other neighbors, and they've said there's, you know, good community on one hand, but on the other hand, it's very stressful. People are stealing your stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, just a little bit gone in their own ways, you know, set in their own ways. A lot of people like hold resentment against people that someone steals their shit. Now they're stealers, you know. Now they're gonna go steal other people's shit, and then it's just a chain reaction. People stealing each other's shit, and it's stupid. You know, you're supposed to work together. You're supposed to give, and you're supposed to honor, you know, and and protect with pride. So that's what I live by every day. I don't go out and take. I don't hold resentment against no one. Steal my shit. Go ahead, man. I'll get something new along the way. Apparently, you needed it more than me. Apparently, but. I wish it wasn't like that, you know.
It still sucks.
Yeah, I just had to have this mindset like that.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the positive,
Yeah.
you know, optimistic mindset. That's, I'm glad. You know.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Yeah. Sweet, man. Well, anything else you want to say to the folks out there?
I love America.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let me grab that mic. I got to get a couple photos.
Okay, bro.